Ding ding, let's go. And maybe I should start with, if you're new to the channel. If you're new to the channel, I've been working in schools since 2014. I've developed depth, what it is that we're going to talk about mainly in this video. Why am I taking this video while I'm driving? Why don't I just have, the whole high budget nonsense and the ring lights and the high quality camera and yada yada yada. It's like, maybe I could do that for paid content. This is free content. You get what you get. Maybe this is a bit of a form of refreshing, because you don't, get distracted by that person, they're so good looking and the lighting is so good and the content is so cut and quick and all that stuff. It's like, maybe you need a break from that stuff. Maybe that stuff is losing its luster. You get disenchanted by stuff that's too pretty for too long. And you can pretty much guarantee that this isn't AI, right? Anyway, the topic is you can't buy depth. I can use my own life as a pretty good example where I didn't do it intentionally at first. Putting myself forward in life for the art of it, for the love of it, for the meaning of it. It seems like most people are just doing things in life to pay the bills, and that's fine, and to get entertained, and that's fine. But what I'm really getting at here is these hours of the places and spaces that we spend, these hours of the things that we absorb, the hours of the things that we're getting into, the work, the entertainment, the people, it starts to add up in our individual psyche and being. As a result, it starts to become you. I don't remember where the quote is from, but this idea that you are a combination, an aggregation, a congregation, the sum result of the 5 to 10 people that you spend the most time with. We can expand that and say, you are the sum result of the places and spaces you spend the most time. The areas where you're exchanging the energy the most. So, for most people, it's your workplace, the people that you live with, the people that you spend time with, and the entertainment that you enjoy, that you absorb. Or we can just say content, because there can be entertainment, and then there can be information where you're not looking to be entertained, you're looking to either get more intelligent, develop a broader perspective, etc., etc. So that's the depth that I'm speaking of. The fact that this is just an inevitability, this is just happening. I don't need to argue it. It's just something that's happening that we would be wise to look at to weigh out and really decide in more quiet moments if this is really who I want to be, if what I have become is something that I'm legitimately proud of, encouraged by, enchanted by. And if not, to develop a sort of courage, bravery, develop action steps, develop a plan, short-term or long-term, where you can put yourself on the path of where you feel is more authentic and true to you. So, I'll use my own life to kind of further the point of what could happen if you just live your life true to yourself, where right off the bat, I'm not making much money, but the work I'm putting myself in, the people that I hang out with, the content that I absorb, the things that I do in my free time, in consistency, it's adding up. It's adding up. I'm developing. I'm building. I'm deepening. I'm expanding this depth, because it's putting yourself in the same places and spaces, getting in the same modes, and you keep doing it. You keep sinking in deeper and deeper. Sinking, like S-Y-N-K, sinking. Becoming more and more centered and grounded and immersed in these particular things. So, for my job, at first, it was just a job. Working in childcare, elementary schools, it was just a job. I noticed that there was a lot of fun and adventure and creativity involved, and I'm like, whoa, this can be a job? Awesome. But I was young, naive, ungrounded, very airy-fairy. So, those are some wild times. But to further establish the depth over time, I saw it and am seeing it more and more every day, every year. I'm seeing it for what it truly is, which is virtues of the psyche, the body, the mind, the emotions, the spirit, to clarify and expand these aspects and these inner virtues of love, care, community, communication, and of course, all the fun stuff, the playing the games, the creativity. But I consider those existential necessities as well, because when life seemingly, and at least temporarily, gets a little bit too heavy and you lose the enchantment, those can lead you down into spirals. Depression, just the mundaneness, whatever. The routine, the blasé, the jadedness. It's just not a good place to be in. And to keep things spry and light and tender and effervescent and playful, it keeps things moving and grooving. It keeps the heart alive and well, the soul alive and well, and you feel consistently encouraged to go outside of your own box, to push, to convex, right? There's a time to concave, to console yourself, and there's a time to convex, to push yourself, to be aware, open, and willing for the challenge. So, the depth with sacrifice that I've made to stay in this job and jobs like it, you know, childcare, assistant teaching, substitute teaching, and I do handyman work as well, and that establishes its own sort of depth, you know, the consistency, the calisthenics of working through it, you know, the resistance, the challenge, all of that stuff, of course. And to be in it for the sake of depth, developing you, developing the eye, the heart, the soul, that's what makes it all worth it. And like I've said before, you can't buy depth. It's something that you have to do personally, consistently. Whether it be your job, whether it be through studying in your free time, meditating, journaling, exercising, content absorption. So, you know, the good news and the bad news is everybody has depth. Like, that's the good news. Like, if you've been alive any amount of time, right? If you're comprehending these words, that means you've lived enough years where you have the depth, you have the wisdom, you have the experience, and like honestly, like truly, like congratulations, like you've survived, and it's something to be like legitimately proud of and to be heartfelt about. Like, you're doing it. So that's the enchantment and the the quote-unquote bad news, or the necessary disillusionment, is even though you have depth in certain regards, you know, through your work, through your family, through your just general life experiences, your content absorption, is it something that if you died right now, you'd be fine with as your legacy? Right? Leave it up to the concept of depth to really help you reorient yourself, right? If you died right now, are you good with your legacy? And yeah, easier said than done when you have so many aspects of your life that you're maintaining where you're like, yeah, no, I'm not gonna like switch jobs. Like, I'm not gonna deny my family and my friends the time and the attention. I'm not gonna go into monk mode. I'm not gonna, deny this, deny that, change this, change that. But there indeed would be a benefit in establishing where small but profound changes could be made to slowly, over time, steer your lifeboat to get you in the direction, whether it take 6 months, 5 years, 10 plus years, to notice a little bit here and there, day to day, today, 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 day to day, today, and have certain bits of depth that are completely you, that are completely in line, true to your being, true to your actual deep desires and passions that you've been denying, right? There are passions and wants and needs that you've gone forth and that you've done and that you're accomplishing and you're developing depth in, that you're legitimately proud of on a heart and soul level, and that's awesome. Right now, I'm pinpointing, I'm drawing attention to the aspects of your life where you would not be proud of as your legacy if you died today. And let's be honest, we can die at any point. So, to get inconsistency in depth with those certain aspects where you feel you could be more near and dear and true within yourself, your soul, your legacy, I leave it up to you, right? Woo! All right. And as I like to do at the end of videos, top it off, cap it off, feather on top, cherry on top, feather in your cap, end the video with paying respects. Respect to life, to nature, to all the elements that are sustaining us: water, fire, sun, air, earth, food, ether, the internal stuff, the metaphysical stuff that we can't see, the antimatter, it's there. Respect that too. Respect. All of these things in life, in your body and beyond, that are connected, that are in that sense unified, symbiotic, so that we can even stay and remain alive. And respect to you for being alive, respect to me for being alive, respect to everyone, respect to people who are seeing where their depth is and making a change if necessary on a soul level. Respect. Respect to this technology where we're able to communicate. Respect to the people, places, and things actually making the world and life better. This is Mac 11. Catch you later.